Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating it's Sunday, December 18th, 2016. In both the Lynn life and the Jamie body mind, the authorized soul presences remain child souls from the deeper, denser dimensions, as well as nature realm's guardians. We've been working to discern how to relate to other aspects of ourselves and other aspects of presence in such a way as to manifest the divine plan no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do, since that's what our soul contracts commit us to doing. Sometimes it helps to think of the smaller aspects as aspects of ourselves, our smaller subatomic selves, our cellular selves, our atomic selves, etc. And sometimes it helps to simply have awareness that there are deeper, denser dimensions under all of us, and that there are presences there who need our help. They need all of our help.
That's true.
It's possible that for the formally videoed portions of today's efforts, we'll be relating to these aspects of self as our cellular selves. It's possible we'll be relating to them as our smaller subatomic selves. But as always, our foundational intention is to do what is ours to do right now in all dimensions to manifest the divine plan. And with that, the formally videoed portions of today's efforts begin. All of us who really want to know what's actually going on, to the search for truth's central axis, all others flung away, and somebody's asking, what do we know? We know that the larger dimension presences really seem to be having a hard time recognizing that their actions toward the denser dimensions affect their karmic records.
That's true.
And that they're acting as though their actions have no consequences. So probably their definition of self is too tight, and they don't understand that these denser dimensions are a part of them as well.
That's true.
And when we see somebody else messing up, it's really easy to see it in them. And the trick is to realize that in every moment there's an aspect of ourselves who is making the identical error, and it doesn't matter who we're looking at and what their error is. This is true for us.
That is true.
It just is. It always is. And when we hold ourselves apart from the messer-upper and say,
That's
oh,
right.
gracious, look at the mistake that person is making. Thank goodness I don't make that mistake.
That's right.
That's a dead giveaway. That's a big problem in our lives.
That's true.
Based on that, it would behoove us to work right now with the smaller aspects of ourselves in a way that is different than the ways in which we've been working with them.
That's
to mix
true.
it up, help our brains see it new, look at it from a different facet of experience. Maybe we stand a chance of seeing what's really going on.
That's true.
So let's attempt to work with our cellular selves and heal what they need most, perhaps. We'll have to figure out what they need most.
That's true.
Starting to screen, merging with awareness, merging into our own bodies with awareness of our own cells, starting to screen, seeing these cells as a smaller aspect of ourselves. Many people have issues with selfishness and don't want to help anybody other than themselves.
That's super true.
It's fine. It's fine. It just doesn't really work very well to help ourselves.
That's true.
But we can help the smaller subatomic or the smaller cellular aspects of ourselves and get a win-win going.
That's true.
What do we know? We know that cells come and go, that they die off really quickly. Skin cells die quickly. Bone
That's true.
cells last longer. Blood cells come and go.
That's true.
And so there are die-offs occurring in our cellular levels all the time.
That's true.
And we can help those dead presences leave.
That's true.
What else do we know? We know that every level of sentience defines themselves as, quote, me, unquote. And so we can find our recently dead blood cells, for example, our recently dead skin cells, who are definitely thinking of themselves as me. and who are dead and wondering what to do because they're hitting up against the packed astral realms and they
That's
can't
true.
get through. If they're even trying to get through, I don't know whether or not they are, but let's see who we can find who are our own recently dead cells of our own bodies, ground zero bodies, and see if we can get them up and out through the rings of light and moving. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what we can do. I do see a lot of presences, and they're waiting for a train or something
That's true.
that is past due, and they're checking their watches and saying, "Where is it?" I don't think it's coming, friends.
No.
I don't
it
think
doesn't
it's
look like
coming. It isn't coming. Maybe the trains aren't running right now. I don't know.
I don't know.
But it isn't coming. I'm pretty
That's
clear
true.
on that. Let's see if there's another way to get there. Are there some stairs, some way to go up? We need to go up. Do you see an elevator anywhere?
I see long ropes hanging down.
I see the ropes. Let's climb up the ropes.
Climb up the rope.
Come on, everybody, this way.
This
Come on.
way, this way.
This way, this way, this way, this way, this way, to the light. They look like those ropes in the gym
That's what
from
it looks
high
like,
school.
the climbing ropes in
Yes. Are they coming?
I don't
I don't think they're
know.
following us.
That's true.
I don't
No,
think
I don't think they're following.
No, they're not following. Let's go back down.
Oh,
What's up,
they're all
guys?
still standing on the train platform.
Hi.
I feel them.
Hi. I think we need something like elevators or escalators. Has anybody found an elevator? Is there an elevator someplace?
Someone is
It's got
saying there's an
bad
elevator
attitudes.
over there that I don't think works.
Oh, that might be true.
Looks like an old subway elevator.
So there's stairs. Does anybody know where there's a flight of stairs? Somebody's pointing.
I see you pointing off
All right.
the side.
All right, let's try to go up the stairs. It doesn't seem like this train is coming.
No.
So we're
that's true.
standing in a subway station waiting for a train that isn't coming. That seems kind of silly. Would we all agree that's silly? That's a waste of time. It isn't going to get us where we want to go.
That's true.
Well, how about let's go up the stairs and try something else? There's some movement toward
More
the
movement.
stairs.
More
Many
movement.
people are very stubbornly going to wait for the train until it comes.
That's true.
Knock yourselves out.
Let's go
Okay.
up these stairs.
Come on, let's go up the stairs. Those who are ready to go, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's notice that these are the cells of our own bodies, these bodies, and you see that attitude, right?
That's true. That's true. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to wait for that
I'm
train.
going to wait for that train. Let's really process that for a minute.
That is true.
It's resistance. That's I
Yeah,
don't want to do
I
what
don't
the
want to do
situation
what
calls
the
for.
situation calls
I don't
for.
want to acknowledge that things are harder or different than I think they
That is
actually
true.
are. I want to stick to the plan that I was told. I was told wait for the train would come, and I don't want to acknowledge that the trains aren't coming,
That's
even though I've
true.
been waiting here for a reasonable amount of time. From the way it smells, these things have been dead for a while.
That's true.
It smells bad.
That is true.
Yeah, that's old death. That's not fresh death.
That's true.
I guess it's not adjusting for changing conditions.
Not adjusting for changing conditions. Refusing to let go of an
old plan. Refusing to let go of an old plan. Okay, we can heal this for ourselves, for all of us. Merging with these own cells of our own bodies, these dead cells of our bodies.
Yes.
Healing for all of us, tuning to increase our willingness to let go of old plans.
That feels really good.
Woo,
Ooh.
big shift.
Big shift and tears in the eyes.
It's again tuned to increase our willingness to let go of plans that are a no-go,
That's
plans
true.
that are not going to happen. It isn't going to happen. Like show of hands, and I think all the hands are up. Who has had a plan that is a no-go, a plan that was once full of promise and now is clearly a no-go? I think all the hands
all
are
the
up.
hands are up.
Okay.
That's true.
Let's heal this for all of us. The ability, the willingness to let go of old plans that are a no-go.
Oh, there's a clearing feeling in the head.
Let's see now if we can get more of these presences to come up with us. Come on, let's just all go.
Let's all go.
Let's all go.
Let's all go.
We don't want to stand around this smelly subway station. Let's go. Maybe there's a park up there.
Maybe.
There's a street fair going on. Maybe there's something
Maybe.
wonderful going on right up there. Let's go find out.
Let's go find out. Let's go.
Come on, let's get out of the smelly subway station.
There are only a few still left standing on the platform. The big crowd
yeah,
is coming.
we take the big crowd, and
Yeah.
those, they'll be there when the next train doesn't come, and we'll go down and get
That's true.
more. Let's take this big group up.
Oh,
Come on.
Let's go. Let's go.
Come on. And merge with them, because these are the cells of these host bodies,
That's
right?
right.
It looks like New York. It looks like Manhattan.
Yes, that's true.
And it looks like, to me, it looks like, is it Union Square? Union Square.
I think this looks like Union Square.
Yeah.
In New York.
Yeah. But it doesn't look like this time of year. It looks kind of summery. Yeah.
That's true.
How odd.
That's true.
It's summertime in Union Square.
That's what it looks like.
What would that represent? Distraction is how it feels to me. How it feels to me is we just lost our whole crowd.
Yeah, wait, they all went away.
Which is fine.
That's true.
Which is fine.
Oh,
they got out of the stinky subway, and now they've dispersed into Union Square and the surrounding areas. Goodbye. Good luck.
Oh, wow.
So what we notice is that people are willing, presences, sentiences, are willing to leave a less pleasant dimension with some heavy coaxing.
Yes, that's true.
And the moment they get to a better place, they just go off in search of something.
Yeah, there they go, down Broadway.
Bye. What now? In order to manifest the divine plan, no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do, they say you've left some really hurting, sick cells behind.
I hear you.
Yes. Okay, well, let's go back down into the... They say it's deeper than the subway.
They do, and they're pointing down.
Yeah.
Down,
Okay, well, let's go down into where they're pointing.
Where
the deeper... Oh, wow.
Whoa,
Suffering,
whoa.
suffering, suffering.
I feel it. Where are we?
Maybe it's smaller than cellular. It could be molecular.
That could be.
It could be molecular. Let's go down into the molecular levels. Oh, wow.
Whoa. This is very sad.
Sad. Things not working like they should.
And confusion and...
Why aren't things working?
Yeah.
I think what they're pointing to is genetically modified situations.
That's true.
That things are supposed to work in certain ways. I'm supposed to be able to put this thing here and it's supposed to do something.
Yes.
But the thing I'm putting in there isn't working. I think we're looking at impact of genetically modified foods.
That's true.
Interesting.
Whoa.
All right. Friends, who's ever held on to an old plan way too long?
I think all the hands are up.
It's time to let go of the ideas that these things are going to work like they're supposed to work. I think they aren't going to work like they're supposed to. So what is the closest vibration to these things that you have here in the old system? That's a no-go.
No, that's true. But it felt like it was off to the side of what the right thing was.
Feel the vibration of the problem you're trying to solve.
Yes.
And if you weren't able to look at it with your eyes, and if you only were feeling it, what would you think it actually is? Lots of different answers, but it's different than what they thought it was before.
That's true.
And now, how would you address that problem? And then, there's much left. I know how to address that problem. Okay, so try that solution that feels more applicable to that problem, even though it shouldn't, under the old rules, be applicable to that problem. There.
Yes.
There's at least head opening and a feeling of, I now have a way to think about this that might help me solve my problems.
Yes, that's true.
What now? In order to manifest the divine plan, no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do. We can try to drop down one more level. Okay, down to the atomic level. Oh, it's a disaster.
It's a very big mess. It looks dark and broken things everywhere.
Terrible mess. Crying in the corners.
That's true, and the head is heavy and thick.
Despair. It smells like despair.
That's true.
Interesting. Despair at the atomic levels. Friends, this way to the light. Come on, you see those rings of light? It's a way to get out of here. We're going to have to get out of here. This is not tenable.
That's
This is
true.
not a tenable situation. We
That's
need to
true.
evacuate. I think they're agreeing. It
Nodding,
looks like
lots of
the
nodding.
disaster in Aleppo, and
That's
now
true.
people are ready to evacuate who weren't ready to leave their lives before. Now it's clearly fatal to stay, or at least untenable.
That's true.
All right. This way, this way, this way.
way,
Come on,
this
we'll
way.
evacuate you out. Let's go this way.
This way.
Up,
This way.
up through the rings of light.
Mm.
We're hitting Union Square.
I see the Union Square again.
And do they want to stop here? Let's just keep going. Try and get a level higher than Union Square.
It feels really good, and
It
I feel them
does.
coming with us.
They are. And it feels like clouds, or let's see if we can go even higher. I
That's
know there's
true.
a snowy field up there. If we can
That's
get to
true,
the
I can
snowy
see it.
field, it's going to be better. Come on, let's get to the snowy field. I do feel as though some of them we can kind of push them up ahead of us
Yeah.
and push them up and out those holes into the
true.
snowy field where the scientists are, quote, studying on. Well, they are studying. They're studying. It's time to act. It's not time to study, and they're still studying. Okay.
That's true.
Well, let's pump up these despairing atoms. I feel like the atoms are feeling like they're never coming back,
That's true.
which is fine.
That's true. It feels okay.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Correcting the errors.
I did not see that coming.
No, did not see that coming.
And I see how foolish it was that I had checked off this box as complete, as we worked through that in the summer of 2014.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my gosh.
That's
that was
right.
me. That was my crazy thinking.
I did, though. I totally
Yeah,
did
I checked
that.
off the box as complete. All right. Ahem. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
That closing process, it looks like a burning arrow, and it looks like it went through a window into a library kind of place, and that the
That's
papers
true.
are catching on fire, and people are getting a little upset. But
Very upset.
But this
true.
is how we all are. We don't do what we should be doing until action is forced upon us. And
That's
how are we
true.
exactly like that? We're all exactly like that. This is how we all are. We
That
wait,
is
wait,
super
wait,
true.
wait, saying, give me a sign, any kind of
Any
sign,
kind of
while
sign.
signs are raining around everywhere.
That's
And we
true.
still don't act, saying, give me a sign, any kind of sign.
sign.
So, boom, in comes a burning arrow, and we
That's
say,
true.
oh my gosh, why didn't you give me any warning?
That's right.
And we grab our important things and run.
That's right.
But this is how we all are.
Me too, me too, me too.
Okay. Let's do it.
Including the emissions for the listing period that we hope ends on February 15th. Including the emissions for the decade of the 2010s, start to finish. Including the emissions for the lifetime of the Ground Zero hosts, start to finish. With our own efforts. Raising the work as close to divine perfection as we're able to get it with our own efforts.